Hello everybody, welcome to the final Daily Racing Form Breeders' Cup Workout Report presented to you by Spendthrift Farm. A hectic morning today, everybody's on the grounds, a lot of business here today. The temperature's moderated a little bit, continuing to climb toward Breeders' Cup Day tomorrow and Saturday. The action was hot and heavy, not only from the start at 6 a.m., but especially on the turf course when the turf course finally opened up, and we also got to see what is the spectacle of spectacles, the Aidan O'Brien horses coming out, marching along in perfect unison, a group of 6 and then another group of 4 or 5, depending on who's counting. And it's just great to watch them go around there. They jogged about 1.25 miles, galloped back another 1.25 miles, or cantered back another 1.25 miles. The group including Magical, who's back again for another shot at the Breeders' Cup turf. They did hold up the opening of the turf course, and things were really frenetic out there on the turf. A lot of the Euros doing a little more than just stretching their legs today. In fact, new mandate, I had him working a 1/2 mile in 50 seconds flat, came down the lane in 23 and 4 with Frankie Dettori aboard, got him to switch cues right on, switch leads right on cue at the top of the stretch. I thought it was just a super blowout. I know the race is tomorrow, but I just love what I saw from New Mandate. And right before New Mandate came Kamiko, came down the lane in 23 and 1. Looked like he actually started out at the 3 ace pulls, so I had to watch on him. 23 and 1, looking strong down the lane. Also, Glass Slip is 23 and change coming down the lane. So a lot of action from the Euros today. The turf course still looks a bit on the less than firm side. Let's put it that way. I'm going to guess they're going to have it called firm by tomorrow. I'm not so sure it's going to firm up completely, but we'll have to wait and see. Mother Nature will get one more day to work on the turf course. Devil Walla, also another one I got to see on the grass this morning, and Cayenne Pepper. Never got off the left lead, but also came down the lane looking pretty good today on the grass. As for the main track, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the races and give some impressions of some of the horses I saw either today or throughout the week. Just quick impressions. Don't forget, you can get full impressions of our DRF with our DRF workout reports on all the latest workouts on a majority of the Breeders' Cup contenders throughout the country, East Coast, West Coast, here in Kentucky, and also down in Florida. I'm going to start with the Classic, the main event. I'm going to go down in alphabetical order. By my standards, loved the way he looked in his last work, seeing it on tape. My colleague Donald Harris liked it too, and he made a good impression here this morning coming out to Gallop, having since shipped over from Churchill Downs. Higher Power has had high energy level ever since I've been here. A fast workout, purposely fast last week. Looked good. I expect him to improve off his recent form. Not sure if it's good enough to win the race. Improbable, as he's looked as good as any horse here. His workouts have been great before he got here from Santa Anita, and I thought he's been just a picture here. Looks phenomenal since he's arrived at Keeneland. Tacitus, a decent work, has looked good ever since, every day. Galloping looked good again this morning. Tis the Law, a great last workout here last weekend. First day, 2 back from that work, he was very high strung, but he settled down as the week has gone on. Looked terrific this morning, under control, but full of energy. You could see if his exercise rider had a small one and moved their hands just a little bit, he was ready to take off. So a great job by her, a great job by Barkley Tag, preparing Tis the Law for the Classic. The Distaff, CC, first horse out on the track just about every morning since she arrived here from California. I like what I've seen from her. She had a nice, energetic, controlled gallop today. Horologist, loved her last work, loved the way she's done all week long. Not sure she's good enough to beat the big 2, but I think she's sitting on her best race yet. Monomoy Girl and Swiss Skydiver, what could you say? Both have trained extremely well coming up to this much awaited matchup between the 2 queens of the Distaff division. Can't knock anything either of them done. They both looked a picture in their training here this week. Moving on to the turf, Arklow. I loved what I've seen from Arklow since he's come over from Churchill Downs. Really high energy gallops. All the Brad Cox horses are looking that way this week. So a lot of Euros in here. Hard to sort out the difference sometimes between the European form and the U.S. form, but I expect of the U.S. horses, Arklow to give a good account of himself. Filly and Mare Turf, I like Mean Mary this morning. Got a good look at her. She was full of herself today. She's going to be one of the pace setters or pace pressers in the Filly and Mare Turf. Can't knock anything she's done. Nay Lady Nay came out with 3 other Chad Brown horses today. Dunbar Road, my sister Charlie among them, and she was kind of ranked this morning. I don't know if that means anything one way or the other, but she was on her toes. She was actually Raging Bull was right in front of her, and she passed him up around the turn. The rider having her hands full a little bit with Nay Lady Nay, although all the Chad Brown horses in that usual high energy open gallop style all have looked good here this week. As for the dirt mile factor, this has been again another one of those Brad Cox horses galloping in draw reins this morning and just full of himself, dragging the rider around there. He's coming into the mile in good form. Halliday, I like what I saw of him this morning, a nice energetic gallop, but not too high strung. He looks like he's sitting on a big race for Todd Pletcher, who is sitting on 5,000 career wins right now. Raging Bull, as I mentioned, has had a great week. Post 14, he's going to have to overcome that. And, Uni also, we go down the line with the Chad Brown horses. Uni's had a good week herself, too, has had rushing falls. In the sprint, Diamond Hoops, 2 days in a row since he's gotten here from South Florida. His works in South Florida were great. Both days he's been here, he's done nothing more than jog. Trainer Patrick Biancone, guess that's just his style. He must figure, I haven't talked to him, but the horse is doing well, coming in well, just needs to maintain that. So no galloping for Diamond Hoop since he's gotten here. Ferenz Fire, who I think is also flying a little bit under the radar in the sprint, got to see him today. A nice relaxed gallop. He looked good as well. So did Yaupan, who's going to be one of the favorites, going to be one of the pace setters in the sprint. Yaupan, very strong galloping, very early in the dark this morning. Moving on to the filly and mare sprint, one of the horses that I liked the way she looked today was Speech. For trainer Michael McCarthy, doing well. All the Michael McCarthy horses seem to have come in and are doing well. Looking at the dirt mile, we got a good look at Art Collector today. I thought he went well. Seems to be doing as well as he can coming up to the dirt mile. Nick's Go, I've mentioned before, high energy gallops. Not quite as strong today, but still pulling and tugging in those draw reins himself for Brad Cox. Mr. Money, he was really on the muscle this morning. The rider had a hard time controlling him today. He actually ran by Mutsabik, the 2-year-old, up on the turn and leaving the backstretch and up on the turn. And I loved the way Mutsabik, the 2-year-old, handled himself when passed by the older horse, kind of rank older horse, remained calm, relaxed. They came down the lane together. I thought Mutsabik, who was sitting on a big race, coming off a big race, is sitting on an even bigger race come Friday afternoon. Jackie's Warrior had his final work for Jackie's Warrior, which is simply a maintenance work last weekend. He's definitely the one to beat in the juvenile, but reinvestment risk, I thought he made a good appearance today too. If anyone's up to the task of beating Jackie's Warrior, it's probably reinvestment risk. A few others I'll mention before we get out of here. Crazy Beautiful, I like the way she's trained all week. Day at the office, big work last weekend, doing well coming out of the work. Princess Noir for Bob Baffert, nothing negative to say about her. Simply Ravishing, been in runoff mood earlier in the week. I didn't see her today. I saw her come out. I didn't see her come by. I guess that's a good sign, because if she was in runoff mode again, I would have noticed her today. V-Twist has looked good for trainer Butch Reed. So that's just a synopsis of some of the observations I've had here all week long. Like I said, you can get the full, complete details of all the works, or the works of most of the contenders in the Daily Racing Form Clocker report that is on sale. The Friday edition is now available. The Saturday edition will be available later this afternoon. So thanks for joining us. I got to give a shout out to my camera person, producer, and about everything else here to make these videos happen, Barbara Livingston. She's done a great job, and she's been patient as can be as we fought through this, through cold temperatures to start the week and a little nicer conditions today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and enjoy this year's Breeders' Cup 2020.